Congratulations, Jenny Han, we have a new J.K. Rowling. Season 3 feels like a show that mistakes chaos for substance. So now Minho is a talent agent, businessman, musician, comedian, and DJ? This season was horrible. All the characters felt like I was watching a different show. Whatever goodwill I had towards the show is gone. Well, Exo Kitty Season 3 is here, and would you believe the fan base is having some feelings? Much like almost every Netflix show, we've all watched Exo Kitty get slowly just stupider and stupider, which is really saying something. Season 1 was corny, but at least it had some coherent structure. But now this might be the final season? I mean, who knows? Especially given how it goes, because what the heck was this? Not since Wednesday Season 2 have I been more utterly baffled by the writing and structure of a Netflix show. You cannot convince me that this wasn't at least largely written by some AI slop bot or whatever, because this is not no human who's watched a TV show or read a single book in their life would write this way. But okay, let's talk about it. So as per last season, Kitty decided she wanted to spend a romantic summer with Minho when he offered, but turns out it was just the old bait and switch. But before that, let me quickly show you an app I've been using called Cash Giraffe, a free gaming rewards app from German developer Just Dice, where you can earn a bit of extra money just by playing some mobile games. Now I know what you're probably thinking, getting paid to play games, that sounds kind of sketchy, Alex, but it's actually pretty simple. So game developers pay apps like this from their marketing budgets to get players to test their game, and Cash Giraffe shares part of that with you as rewards. It's not like a replacement for your job. It's not a full-on side hustle, okay? It's just an easy way to make a little bit of extra cash instead of just doom scrolling away your finite time on this earth. Cash Giraffe is completely free, no credit card required ever, no ads, and they don't store or share your personal data. The only thing it tracks is your game progress, so it knows when to reward you and how you're playing the game. Super easy to get started. You download the app, go to the Discover tab, pick one of the many games on there, and just start playing. As you play, you earn gems automatically, and you can exchange those gems for real money through PayPal or gift cards from Amazon and a bunch of other ones. Different games earn you different amounts of gems. Some are more simple, some take longer to play, so you can pick whatever feels worth your time in the moment. They also have these daily and weekend promos, plus things like login bonuses where you earn extra gems just for playing at certain times on certain days, that kind of thing. You can also start cashing out your gems at around 30 cents or so it's not one of those things where you have to build up tons of gems. It takes forever to actually get anything, So click my link in the description or scan the QR code on screen here, download Cash Giraffe, and new users can get up to 3,999 gems as a welcome bonus just to get you started. Okay, back to the show.
Okay, this is happening. I'm about to go on a world tour with Mino.
Wait, did you actually mean join me on the
world tour?
Sorry?
What? No.
Wait, oh my god, you thought I liked you? That is so cringe. No! But now, so Kitty wants to tell Minho about her true feelings. But she already did a cringe, so what if she ends up doing another cringe?
Tour.
Yes.
For the summer.
Yes, but then no.
I am so lost.
I am too, but I do know that I have 14 hours and 6 minutes to tell Mino how I feel and see if he feels the same way.
Do you have a game plan?
No, I don't know, okay? He told me he wants to square up all relationships.
So the first episode of the show is everyone kind of ends up hanging out in Busan because Minho is helping Eunice with her K-pop career that his dad set up last season. Remember all that? And so she's putting on her debut show in Busan, hence why they're there. But hey, at least Kitty and Minho get to spend some alone time.
Wow, this view is beautiful.
I agree.
Wait, is Mino nervous? Am I making him nervous?
Now, you're never gonna believe this, okay? But right before Kitty can tell Minho her true feelings, he gets a call from his dad, who decides to make him Eunice's official manager. And this is finally his chance to prove himself to his dad, who's always disappointed in him, even though I thought we already dealt with that last year. Oh boy, I sure am glad we did all that stuff for apparently no reason. While this is all going on, as you may recall from last time, Day's dad was forced to work really long hours, and he ends up getting in a car accident. And so he's part of this class action lawsuit against the Han Company, which is Yuri's family.
Why didn't you tell me what was going on?
Because it's humiliating. I thought if I ignored it, it wouldn't be true.
And so, ultimately, he wins the lawsuit, and now Yuri's family has, very little money left. Which makes no sense at all, because, back in season 1, it showed Yuri being, this really famous influencer content creator person, But apparently that just all went away at some point. Also, her parents are divorced, I thought, so, wouldn't her mom's money be totally separate from her dad's company? So, why is she suddenly dirt poor? Either the people who wrote this season have never heard of the show, or was this slapped together by an AI? But whatever, who cares? Anyway, Kitty feels out of place now that Minho is working in the K-pop industry.
Thanks, Kobe.
Sure. Mino! Come here! Mino! Come here!
All right, settle down, girls. All right.
Don't worry, Kitty, trust me, girls who look like this, the worst farts you could imagine, okay? I mean, when your breakfast is just kombucha and Ozempic, you're in for a heck of a time. But so she wants to impress Minho. I mean, she's got a little something too. I mean, come on, Kitty, you're 5'5". Just drop kick those hoes.
Drew's look isn't doing you any favors. But I saw some Isu dresses backstage, and there's one that's very attention grabbing.
Okay.
Let's go.
Oh, like for me to. Oh, yes.
But turns out the dress Yuri gives her is actually the dress meant for Eunice to wear on stage, and Eunice now has to wear some infinitely cuter, better-looking sailor outfit. Oh no! And so, as per usual, Kitty inadvertently messes everything up again.
Oh. It lights up. Oh, it's really good. It's really good.
That's probably Eunice's dress.
No.
And so, thusly, Kitty's worst fears are realized in that she doesn't really fit in this world and she's just some frumpy-dumpy nobody. Yeah, okay, maybe take off the dress first, Kitty? Hello? You just keeping it? But okay, so Minho follows her and we finally get the emotional payoff we've been waiting for since 2023.
All I've wanted all night was to get up the courage to tell you how I feel and see if you feel the same way. The truth is, I was asking to go on tour with you.
Well, it's not too late. Come with me. And then you can tell me all about your feelings for me.
Honestly, I want that more than anything.
Yeah, you say that now, but it gets a little tiring after like the 6th hour of going, no, you hang up. Now you hang up. And then you haven't slept in 4 days and you're just, please hang up first.
Laura Jean just called me. My sister needs me.
Of course, I understand. Family comes first, right?
Please stop talking.
Of course the dress lights up when they're kissing, cause it runs on the power of K-drama. Now, there's a bit of an issue here, okay, which is that Lara Jean called up Kitty and wants her to come stay in New York City for the summer because she and Peter were kinda having a thing, don't you know? Which, I mean, like, what'd you expect when you start dating a guy like this?
Woohoo! Yo, man, that number 2 turned to a number 5 real quick. Where the plunger at?
But so, despite finally confessing some kind of feelings for each other, it looks like Kitty and Minho are gonna have to spend the summer apart. Minho traveling the world with Eunice on her K-pop tour, and Kitty in New York City with Lara Jean.
You're posing like you're having some deep introspective moment. But
Just take the picture, LJ.
I am choking on sewer steam out here.
Okay. Wow. That's it. That's supernatural. Yeah, candid.
Oh man, I miss when Netflix had good actors. I said this last time when Peter came back too, but like, you know, I was on the front lines poking fun at like To All the Boys and like, why is Noah Centineo in every movie? But you know, seeing both him and now Lana Condor again, like they both have more on-screen charisma than like the entire rest of the cast combined. I was so wrong back then.
Did you meet a girl at brunch and not tell me? That may just be my other hand.
Yeah, that's normal. So Lara Jean is attending NYU and she wants to work in publishing and maybe sort of kind of like write her own book one day, you know?
And all the big publishing houses are here in New York.
Well, lucky for you, when you publish your novel, you can write from anywhere. Those first 3 chapters, page turners.
Kitty.
If you did not want people reading it, you should not have put it in a closed drawer where anyone could find it.
Okay, Lara Jean, let me see that. What do we got here? Gru's eyes slowly ran down the length of his absurdly long nose, finally meeting the gaze of his heart's obsession, now lost to time. You've changed, Larry, he whimpered in his accent that I will not attempt to do at this time. Larry the Cucumber slowly removed his purple plunger helmet, his hands trembling with the regret of years of broken promises. I know, Gru. I just can't fake it anymore. You never had to, Larry. I just wanted to be enough for you. One of the plungers suddenly dislodged, shooting across the room in a comedic attempt to diffuse the tension, which would have been really funny if this were a visual medium, but alas, here we are. Gru's tiny hand gently caressed Larry's pickled warts. You were always beautiful to me. It wasn't about being enough, Larry. I know, Gru. You told me up front about your love for Thomas the Tank Engine from the beloved show Thomas the Tank Engine, and I respected that, but I'll never be him. I never wanted you to be anyone other than yourself, Larry. A single vinegar tear slowly crept down Larry's bepickled exterior, his heart bemarinated in contrition, his soul betrousered in lamentation. Please, Larry, before you go, one last silly song. Anyway, so the summer is over and Kitty heads back to school to start her senior year. Except because she's been so busy running around like solving the cool Scooby-Doo mysteries, she's actually a little bit behind in her classes.
I am so excited for senior year. I have so many things planned.
I hope they include focusing on academics, because for a senior, you are woefully behind. As a one-year exchange student, you had fewer requirements. But now, you'll also have to fulfill our graduation requirements.
Now, the new element this season that they add for literally no reason whatsoever is this new guy, Marius. Now, everyone except Kitty seems to know a whole lot about this Marius guy.
With guys and girls.
It sounds to me like you're single then.
Well, technically, Kitty and I haven't exactly,
Marius.
Sup, big day?
Big what? So, Kitty has all these ideas and plans for how she wants to spend her senior year. She makes this thing called the sunset list, which is like everything she wants to do before the final sunset on the final day of senior year. But Marius thinks this is all just stupid dumb girl stuff and wants to have a cool guy party instead.
Yeah, but if we really want to kick senior year off right, I think we should take over the senior lounge and throw a rager.
You know, you do know how to throw a hell of a party, bro.
Yeah, well, nothing's ever gonna top my 8th grade Dare Dance after party where I ate so many Uncrustables I just blacked out, didn't remember a thing, man. Now, we come to find out that Q and Marius used to hook up sophomore year, but Q doesn't want Jin, his current boyfriend, to know that because it might make things awkward.
Fine. Marius and I used to secretly hook up sophomore year when he had a girlfriend. I know. I'm not proud of it. And Jin doesn't know anything.
Now, herein lies the main issue I have with this entire season, okay? So literally every episode is set up and structured exactly the same. I need to tell someone something, but I can't because I'm a little weenie. And then stretch that out for 30 minutes until the problem, solves itself. Every episode, Kitty or someone bottles up their feelings that they can't tell the person yet, okay? Don't even suggest that, gosh. And then their attempt at hiding their feelings makes it blow up in their faces, and then they finally have to come clean, but then there's no consequences anyway, everything's fine. Like, at this point, you'd think Kitty would be like the most obnoxiously honest person on the planet. But somehow, after 2 seasons of everything happening the exact same way, she has learned nothing. Here, let me just summarize this entire season real quick. Kitty is feeling insecure, but she can't tell Minho about it. Kitty is feeling insecure, but she can't tell Minho about it. Kitty's feeling insecure, but she can't tell Minho about it. But then it's always fine in the end anyway, every freaking time.
Marius and I used to hook up. And I'm sorry I didn't tell you sooner.
I get it. I mean, Marius is a lot, but I understand the appeal. It's all in the past, though, right?
Totally. I'm with you now. And you are all I want.
Now, you could say that this is actually kind of realistic in that people make the same mistakes and they don't always learn from their experiences or whatever. I mean, sure, teenagers are dumb and messy and do and say the wrong things sometimes. And yeah, that might be true. But watching characters learn no lessons for 3 seasons is horrendous television.
Mino is shooting a music video for Eunice's debut single, and I really want to be there to support him. So is there any chance I could just get a small extension?
No, Kitty. You're already too focused on your boyfriend and not on what really matters.
Yeah, like, why is this show somehow getting even worse than Emily in Paris? Now, the other big issue I have with this season, and why, in my opinion, it definitely feels written by freaking Grok or whatever, because, the storylines are so underwritten and rushed, and oftentimes just make, no sense. The characters don't even act like themselves half the time. The show just throws, so many random, unimportant side stories. Eunice finally gets her K-pop debut, which was the entire point of season 2, and then the beginning of season 3 is also totally based around this idea. But then she thinks she might be pregnant.
임신을 한 것 같아.
하리. 그날 밤.
Wow. Oh no, Minho and Eunice hooked up over the summer tour and she might be pregnant now. Wow, this show's taking a crazy turn. I can't wait to see where it goes.
You think Minho and Eunice hooked up?
He said it happened in Paris.
That's impossible. It's literally impossible. I was with Eunice the whole time she was in Paris.
Did you sleep with her?
Yes, I did.
Huh, wait a second. Minho literally just said when we were in Paris, and now Day is saying that Minho wasn't actually there and it was him the whole time.
초기 증상들이 있어서 임신한 줄 알았는데 아니더라고. 오늘 밤에 집에 와서야 너무 스트레스 받았나 봐.
So, it's not even a bait-and-switch trickaroo or whatever. It's just, the show just, lies to you. Or the Gemini slop bot just wrote some garbage that makes no sense. Or even the whole Yuri Kitty kiss thing from last year. Or, their entire relationship so far. Or, who the heck even is Pravina as a character? Does anyone know? What was the point of all of season 2, then? What's the point of getting emotionally invested in literally anything? Now, we find out that Kitty's cousin from last season, who's a teacher at the school now, she is the one who's actually pregnant.
Instead of proving I can handle myself, I got pregnant. And now I've ruined my life and his too.
Have you told the father?
An unplanned pregnancy will be extra triggering for him because
he was unplanned himself.
See, this is literally what I'm freaking talking about. I need to tell someone something, but I can't because of some reason I totally made up. And like, sure, maybe if she was 16 or whatever, okay, but like this is some 30-something-year-old woman. Why is she acting like this? And then guess what, everybody? She does eventually tell him about the baby and everything's fine.
Okay, she's telling him. Wow.
Now, don't get me wrong. I'm not expecting this show about a girl living in a K-drama Koreaboo fantasy life to be some kind of deep subversive masterpiece, okay? I'm just saying that over 3 seasons, the characters have no growth, no maturing, no change. They just do things, and then they do the same thing over and over again. The show just like spits in your face every chance it gets. Okay, but anyway, so the very end of the show, Kitty and Minho have had their ups and downs. Currently, they're broken up because Minho is getting really tired of Kitty suspecting every little thing he does. She's insecure, but can't tell Minho about it.
Our friend group has more drama than a middle school production of Wicked.
This joke was brought to you by ChatGPT. So Minho starts hanging out with Day more, and they start getting into like making music for some reason. And by that, of course, I mean the most generic SoundCloud garbage you've ever heard.
아우, 야, 비트가 너무 구리다, 야.
Yeah, you know, this is gonna be some real camp rock energy here.
She's really good.
But whatever, anyway.
야, 너한테 지금 필요한 게 뭔지 알아? 데드라인. 유리 이번 서울 패션위크 때 음악 필요할 것 같은데 그거 너가 한번 해볼래?
내가?
What? So like I said before, Yuri is economically challenged, somehow, for some reason. But she enters this fashion design contest because she's good at that, apparently. And she and Kitty try to get everyone to work together on this project because, you know, the most important part of fashion design is friendship.
These people are entrenched. My matchmaking skills are seriously being tested.
Well, pride is the hardest thing to swallow.
Well, that's not what my ex said. And guess what? Yuri wins the contest. Wow. And this brings us to the end of the show.
A week ago, I thought my life was over. Teenage girls, am I right?
Okay. You know what? That one got me. I'll give you this one, Kitty. Kitty has gotten accepted into NYU, and her 18th birthday is just around the corner.
You'll be there, right?
I wish I could, but I have a thing at my dad's restaurant. Yep.
Oh, but I only turned 18 once.
And I'm the main character of the universe, obviously. Geez, guys, rude. So everyone's bailing on her birthday because they're like busy doing other stuff. Gee, I wonder where this could be going.
Sorry to miss your party.
Yeah, we have a thing across town on Saturday, so...
Where across town?
Oh God, look at the time.
Is this like a dressy thing that you're going to, or just one?
This frickin' show, man. But turns out it's a surprise birthday party set up by Minho himself. Oh, tricked again! Now, the very end of the show, Kitty's leaving for the airport to go back home for whatever the mid-semester break is, and Minho realizes this is his last chance to tell her his true feelings. So he chases her all the way to the airport, and they both confess their love, again, for like the 4th time.
And I couldn't let you go without telling you that, or without saying...
You what?
And then they end up together on a plane again, just like the end of season 1. Oh my gosh, you guys, the parallels! So season 1 was very corny, but it had a sturdy foundation. Like Kitty wanted to experience South Korea, and she wanted to unravel the secret mystery about her mom, and she was discovering that she might be like bi or queer or something. And this is brought on by Yuri, who is also gay, but can't tell her very rich, very conservative parents about it. So the emotional stakes of the show were very apparent. By season 3, the mystery is solved, the families are friends again, everyone's queer at this point, and so now the show is just kind of about nothing. Like, there's no real stakes, nothing's really happening. Every episode is just like a basketball circling a hoop for 30 minutes. And so without all this stuff driving her like in the previous seasons, Kitty's like not even really even a character anymore. She just exists to cause problems by never listening to anything anyone ever says. And like even here at the end, Kitty and Minho are finally together, but it's just the most flaccid, floppy, emotional chemistry I've ever seen. And it's not just me, okay? Because like even the guy who plays Q in the show himself has been complaining on TikTok about like what the heck even is the show now. As of now, season 4 has not been confirmed. And the show is somehow still really popular, but like how long can they keep this up, honestly?